Welcome back, y'all. Thanks for coming back to the channel. We have got a shipment here for the 77 Camaro. We got our door hinges from eBay. We've got our rear seat pan, floor pan from Jegs, which thank y'all for helping us out on the order. They even sent us a banner. This comes from Classic Industries. This is the weather stripping and the felt and all for the doors, weather stripping for the trunk, all the rubber bumpers. It's the whole weather strip kit for the car. And this here big box, R&L Freight kind of got a little excited and tried to open it up for us. But we'll forgive them this time because they didn't strike gold, so we'll let them slip. But we opened up everything when it got here just to make sure that it wasn't damaged. This here's our rear pan. And we didn't realize this was bad, and because the mufflers were sitting right here. So when I looked up under the car when we went to purchase it, you couldn't see anything because the mufflers was there. But when you move the mufflers, which they're out in the backyard, this rotted out right here where the seats bolt down or latch down. So we're going to be replacing that. So we'll take the interior out of the car, which it needs to get cleaned anyhow. It's full of dust from the trunk pan episode. And then got a quarter panel. Back the box. We've got our quarter panel here, and that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to get it installed. So we're going to get measurements to make sure everything lines up. So let me grab a stand right quick. Not from behind the photographer. We just got aftermarket sheet metal laying everywhere in the shop. So this comes from Jegs. It is a complete quarter. So I looked through the hole in the box and I didn't see no damage. But before the truck left, I opened it up just to make sure, because that's a bunch of money sitting right there. I still don't see much damage. We'll have to weld these two holes up here, because on your rubber bumper cars, that's where your bumper bolts. Ours is a steel bumper car, so we'll just have to weld those up. Unless somebody got excited when they punched out, when they snatched the punch out sideways.
Quitting time.
Quitting time, Friday afternoon. But yeah, I think we've got a decent piece there.
So we have been sanding on the car here and there. Haven't videoed all of that, but have been doing that too.
But I like to cross measure, so from the top of my window down to the bulge, I got 11 inches. So from there to there, we got 11. And then we got 12 from the indentation here down to the center of that body line. And then from the bottom up to the center, we got 16 and a half. Yeah.
And we went ahead and we did a couple of measurements off camera.
And then from the back corner to the center, we got 55.
We're ready to get this hideous thing cut off of here and get the good one put on.
That ain't gonna be nice. Hold me right there. In that body line.
Outside of it.
54 and a half, yeah, that's it. Okay. Before you install any new panels, make your reference marks, because the new panels, these here are squared from the factory. The new panels, when they're stamped, they get rounded edges. They don't have square stamps to them. So if you're not careful, your panel will grow on you. So you always want to put a reference mark from the hard body to your panel, and you want to cut your panel short. So when I cut this one off, I'm going to actually leave the door opening seal structure in it, because that one there has one. So I'm going to leave this, and I'm just going to cut right here on the inside. That way it leaves this in play. Then that way, whenever I go to start drilling my spot welds out to remove it, then I can take measurements off of that to there to make sure that all lines up. So like on my depth right there where my spot weld is out is 9.25. This one here is 9.25. Like I said, I always make reference points. And then back here, you're going on a reference where this tail panel was on the car. There's my body line, so we're going to say it was 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to make a little scribe right there. And that'll be to the center. And right here on our tail panel, where my tail light in is 2.5. And from there down is 5 3/4.
You might need to write this down on a notepad because, you know, I may sand your measurements off.
You got a camera right there.
True, but it'd be easier to just write it
The
down.
outside edge says 15.5. So that way you can kind of keep up with everything. It's got a 1/2 inch gap in between there. But what they did when this was wrecked, they welded this solid, so that kept me from being able to remove this tail panel to put the trunk pan in. So that kind of gave
If
me an
we
idea
only knew.
something wasn't right, but now we know what it was.
Wish we didn't.
Not well. You have to hold me up there, it ain't gonna bow to the window.
I'm trying. Outside?
Just right there where it's at. It's 45.25. And this one here is 43.75. We'll do a center one just in case.
You want to move that hammer?
44.5. It's always better to do this now than it is to get it all tore apart and then go, oh, well, where did that go?
That would not be good.
But the back glass is going to come out while we're doing this, so we'll just have to remember those measurements right there. Or I guess I can put it right here.
And then we'll say, now what was that measurement for?
I'm going to put top. Top window.
That's bottom window.
That's the top of the window.
To the bottom of the window. That's the top of the window. Just saying.
You always want to draw a square wherever you reference from. That way you'll know that's where the tape measure was at whenever you got your 21 and a half. Because if you move right there, it's going to be 21 and a quarter. So the way I did it is I had some slack in the tape measure. So I let it run down the bead of the trunk. So when I touched it, it's 21 and a half. So as long as your tape measure runs parallel. But I've done this long enough to where I know what I can't remember the numbers, but I know how I make my tools work with it.
You got all the right tools.
How about all that? In all the wrong places.
In all the wrong places. Whoa now.
But I can't go no further than rocker panels, so I ain't worried about that. And this is diameter structure on it. But what I'm fighting with right this minute is our new hinges. The roller on the bottom of them sticks up too high, so it's hitting the inset inlay in the door right there. Right there. It's hitting that. So that's what I'm fighting with right this minute.
Yeah.
Because I got to get it up to make the door shut, but when I get it up to where the door is shut, that
It
hits
drags.
that. And there's no, well, there's a way to fix everything, but I don't want to cut into the A-post of the car.
No. We just have to send these back to eBay. We've already had to send something back to eBay this week.
But that's going to hamper me putting the quarter on, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to mess with them no more. I've kind of gotten my measurements of where I'm at. So I'm just going to go off my measurements, and we'll go ahead and work on putting this in the car. And then we'll work with door hinges.
Alrighty
But the
then.
other door hinges, the holes where your bushings go, the bushings have been wore out, and in return sagged on that hole. So all my holes are egg-shaped. But I can always take and weld them up and try and drill them back out. But I figured this would be the easiest way to do it. Brand new hinges, everything's true, square, and lined, and that went out the window. But
Can't have nothing nice.
it got hit hard enough in the rear end, it put a dent right here in the A-post.
Yeah, discovered that Bondo. I got all that ground out.
But we gotta take the back glass out, we gotta take the windshield out, gotta take all the interior out. But I can go ahead and cut the quarter panel off, and I gotta heat the,
I think I need a vacation day whenever you do that. Maybe a vacation week or two. Just call me when you're done.
while she's got y'all on camera, I gotta get rid of this desk because I don't want to catch on fire. But I'm gonna show y'all what's under the seam right here. All right, on all these old cars, there's a lid right here from where your quarter panel and your roof panel's put together at. And bodies body filler, Bondo, does not like to stick to it. So even if you're not replacing the quarter panel, always melt the lead out. It's up there too. In order to do it, all you do is you take the butane torch and just run across it. And you'll see it starting to turn colors. You don't want to heat your panel up. And you see the heat getting in it?
Did this on the other side, but didn't video it. But
when the heat starts getting in it, then you just start an area rolling and just roll with it. There's a guy in California called the Lead Man. He chewed on a cigar and laid lead all day long. See it turning loose right there?
Alright now.
Shooting at you. That means there's brass right there somewhere brazed. There you have it. Lead. So when people tell you get the lead out, that's what they want you to do. Put your butt on fire and melt. But there you have it. That's how you get lead out.
Pretty cool.
Some things you know you wish you never had learned. But I'm gonna cut my body line right across through there, and I'm gonna inlay my new piece over the top of it. So my weld's gonna be backwards, because I don't want to drill those out and try and pry the roof of the car up.
Mm-mm. Don't want that.
So, but I'm gonna cut along here. I'm gonna cut along here. And then I can drop this quarter off, and then I can keep my measurements. I can lay them over here to the side so I can still see what I'm working with. And then I can pull the back glass out, and I might cut that tail piece off because they welded it solid onto the back of the quarter panel. But anyhow, it's just minor issues.
Mm-hmm.
So let's grab the ZIS wheel, and well, I don't know if we will or not. What time is it?
Not sure.
11:04. Think it's too late to.
It's never too late to.
The man that owns this car said to pay the neighbors no mind, because if you want something done, just do it. Ask for forgiveness later. And he's the neighbor, so yes, if he don't mind it, we'll let everybody else answer to him. He's been here the longest.
Everybody else says that we haven't bothered him so far.
So far.
Mm-hmm. So far. They're all good neighbors. So we'll get some tools together and get to cutting in just a minute.
Them things ain't worth crap. This is gonna be
That one's almost
expensive.
gone.
What, 3 discs and we ain't even got the top side of the thing on yet?
Where'd those come from?
Harbor Freight. China. I don't mean China Eastern, then.
Oh.
Yeah, she looks like she's on an aircraft carrier landing airplanes or something. She's got her bomber earwear on, her bomber eyewear, her bomber jacket. Now here's what she looks like if y'all want to know.
Safety first, folks.
Yeah. I was born with safety protection called eyelids. And another one bites dust. What? What? Sparks? Speak! You got earmuffs on, not on sucking your mouth.
Oh, I forgot. I couldn't hear what I was saying.
She making monkey motions like I can hear what she's saying.
Huh? What'd you say?
The deaf leading the blind. Well, take my horse down the road. Buy grinding this cause it ain't no more. I'm going to cut right into there because that spot will be where they well don't help. This will give you a peek into what my rear end looks like. Let's put even more of them dang rivets in there. Come out rear quarter. So that was bolt put in there and then rotted out.
Oh, okay.
This is why it's important when you replace a fender, even though it is a replacement panel. I said before that black seal don't last long. Well, this right here is what happens. They replaced from right there down and they didn't prep it. They just left that old black seal coat on it. And it wore off and rotted through. But if they would have took and primed and prepped this, it would probably lasted longer because this is an aftermarket piece. And that right there, that's like a Fenders and More. We used to deal in Fenders and More stuff down in Atlanta, Georgia. But it was in more places than just there. But that was like an old Fenders and More barcode. And if that's the case, this was probably done in the 90s. But this panel here stays with the car. Not always can you do this, but most time when they're rusty, you can just pop the spot welds off of them. A while ago, when y'all seen that braze pop off from up here, that's why I did it, because I mean that lead pop off because it's brazed in places. When that braze gets hot, it pops. That's the reason that popped like a firecracker a while ago. Yeah, we'll drill the spot welds out. I got to untape this because I got to get in there and the door open. But this gets the biggest majority of it. Yeah, so after they patched it, then they went back in and brazed to panel in it. The panel on the bottom had been done after the spot, after the patch had been done. The wheel and all this crap back here is solid, and that's what screwed me up on the truck pan. That's fine. Trunk pan's in, looks good. Look at that. It looks professional, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
You think we get you ever to come back and do that and do this?
We can try.
Oh, Broke the car.
Oh, there goes your measurements. See, I told you.
Can you write it down somewhere else?
Hey, at least I didn't do it. You did.
You got it on camera there.
Well, I don't know, but I got a close-up of it. If it ain't the battery on the camera, it's the battery in the drill. Look at there. Didn't make him go to drinking. He just finished off a Diet Pepsi that quick.
That will get you. Let's twist again. Boy, oh boy. Well, now we gotta go turn the air compressor on.
Get to grinding.
Do a little cleanup work.
Now do we need to, yeah, see we do.
What's this?
We need to scuff up some of that before we put the primer and undercoating on it.
On this?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a bunch that gotta be scuffed.
Yeah.
And then this here's gotta be rolled in, but I gotta fit the quarter to it before we do anything. So just pump your brakes on that one. Over here's rolled out big time.
Dang, you got a lot done since I went away with the camera.
It's getting there. Got everything primed in so it won't rust again, hopefully.
So what are you cutting off back there? Were they welded that solid or?
Well, they welded it solid because the piece that's on the quarter panel actually goes over the top of the tail light right here. And they welded it solid, which I done ground it all off and primed it, but anyhow, it was all welded solid where they gobbled it up.
Not gobbled it up.
Yeah. Gobble made a mess of it. Bunch of ignorant people. But anyhow, just working away. About got it ready to test fit.
So how's it fitting?
It's getting there. Oh man. I have some visionary grip somewhere. Oh. I finded them. I got them. Here they are.
I think I get something with my eye goggles on.
I don't know.
Do I still have to?
Nope, you can turn it loose and run now.
Okay, I'm running.
Alright.
Not very fast, but I'm running.
I'm hobbling away. Fast pace. Check that out. That looks slick as a slick. It's not fitting. It's got to go back. Oh,
None of these parts fit.
my nose is running. Nope. Nothing fits no more. It's all garbage. They'll take your money and run. Just hope you don't need technical support. Because they're going to be the first ones to let you down. It don't fit.
And you've already cut it.
I'm not sending it back now. Just going to send it forward.
Just gotta send it.
Whale on it. Uh-oh. 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 Get in there. We might have something here. Probably not, but might. Ain't looking good. Might. Come on, Johnson. Turn him loose. Let him go. Can't do it, Captain. Let's see if we're even close on measurements. This was 11 inches. It's 11 and a quarter. Uh-oh. That's not nice. This here was 21 and a half. It's 21 and a quarter. Oh, that's not nice. Why is everything kind of screwed up on? You remember what the measurement was? The back glass is gone.
What?
This one was 43 and 3/4. It's 43 and...
I told you to write it all down on a piece of paper.
I did. There's a piece of paper on back glass.
Where's the back glass?
Over there with a piece of paper on it. It'll be okay. I'll find it in a minute. I got other things to do right now. Don't know what they are, but I got other things to do right now. What was it? 43 and 3/4. 43 and 3/4. They don't have pennies no more. But no, that's got to go into that. That can't be like that. So something's gonna have to change. That's no bueno.
Right now we'll measure around some more, and we'll bring it back when we're ready to actual get everything fitted and welded up. Because this may take a while. Well, he's got the quarter panel taken back off, got it moved over here so he can drill some holes in it. I'm about to spray some undercoating on the interior parts there. Then once he gets finished, we'll remeasure everything and get everything hopefully ready to get this thing welded in. Well, I've got the undercoating sprayed on here now, and you may have seen in the other clip that there was some fiberglass down there on the bottom. He welded up some places where the other damage was that they didn't fix and put some fiberglass over it to reinforce it. So we'll just let that dry while he's over here scuffing up the inside of the new quarter. We're going to go ahead and spray some undercoating in it as well. That way we know it is protected.
Yeah, 'cause if you don't do this, it'll be just like that one over there, because it doesn't have the same cool seal stuff on it. Some people call it salt seal, some people call it tool seal, it just whatever you're gonna call it. But if you don't spray something on it, you'll be doing this all over again in about 10 more years. Somebody will, I won't.
And trust us, it's not fun. You don't want to do it.
You want to do it right the first time. And you want to find who didn't do it right the first time. And introduce them to a size 13 shoe. And be careful when you go to the parts store and buy this undercoating, because they'll let it sit on the shelf for a little while. And it's a pain in the butt to use. And we're going to spray that trunk spray back here in the back, but I can't spray down in here because this is going to be the trough behind the fender well. So I'm going to make sure it's sprayed. Then I can't spray up in there because that's where the taillight goes. So that's where I sprayed them two areas the way I did. I'll put a heavy coat on this, that way I know it's protected. And I'm going to put a coat over the wheel well opening. And this is regular Rust-Oleum undercoating, nothing special.
Here we go again. Everything is dry. So, gotta get this thing vice script back on here. Arrow, the measurements are done again. And get it ready to weld. What happened? Did the undercoating put some extra pounds on it?
Yeah. Add some dimensions to it.
Well, my goodness, you went from Bondo to duct tape. You just gonna Bondo over that?
Yeah. What somebody else did.
I know.
No.
We would never do that, though. So what have you got going on?
No, the chin spoiler or the valence panel off the Camaro has been butchered. So this is an aftermarket piece which don't fit the bumper.
Okay.
That's the original piece, and this is the original piece. So somebody replaced the one on the driver's side for some reason. But anyhow, they drilled that hole in the wrong place, so instead of doing what was right, they just wallowed the fool out of it. So I'm gonna straighten that up. And then I've got my corner marked off here, fixing to lay it out. And then I have taped my chin spoiler on, this bolts on, to the fiberglass bumper. But the fiberglass bumper has been abused. So I have got to get this taped down while I'm thinking about it. It's gonna be my shoreline from my fiberglass. All right. Everything taped up? Yep. All right, so what I've done is I've taped over all my holes that's broke, and I put 2 screws in the chin spoiler to attach it to the front bumper valance. And this is what we wound up with. So every area where you see gray, I got to fill in with fiberglass. And it was busted right there. It was busted right there, and it's busted right here. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to get fiberglass on my spoiler piece. So I'm going to find me a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to cut this dimension out. And then I'm going to relay my pieces over to duct tape. That way I can...
Similar to how you did the dump truck hood.
Yeah, and that way I don't mess up my chin spoiler. Your razor blade.
There's, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same way with the dump truck hood.
Y'all go check out the video of that. He took a wrecked dump truck hood and made it look like new again.
Yeah, go back in the archives and check out some of the older videos if you hadn't already watched them. And like them and share them. Help the channel grow. But anyhow, we'll get all this masked up and start the itchy process of laying glass that I have found. And then like we did in Georgia, you just take your paint stirring sticks. Since I've already got my tape laid there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just mask my paint stirring sticks over the top of it. Just like so. You might have to break one or two sticks because they ain't gonna be the right dimensions, but they're just paint stirring sticks. They're a dime a dozen. But there again, the cheapest reinforcements you can come up with, known man. Fiberglass resin and some mat. We'll be right back. She can show you that one.
Alright, well here it is before the fiberglass.
Good old fiberglass resin.
What?
Suited up like going in a battle.
Can't help it.
Okay, all the corners tie in under these pieces. So what I'm gonna do is go from here over and then from there over. Cold. It ain't liking it.
Can't really get a good view because I can't get on the other side. Have to catch what we can.
It'll be okay. They've seen it happen before. They know what it looks like. And from the views we got on the other one, nobody interested anyhow. So. We appreciate the ones who did watch, though. That's all that matters. Somebody watched it. This stuff here is old and stiff. About like my bones. I'll give a shout out to the camera lady. I put her through all kinds of stuff. You don't have to do it all at once. You can always come back and put another coat on later. You don't have to conceal everything all at one passing.
While you're finishing that, I guess I can show them the quarter.
Yep. Show them some progress.
Oh, okay. Had to take the mask off. So, this is where we're at on the rear quarter panel. He's got it welded in, got part of it bondoed up there. So it is coming together. Still got to take the tire off the back and weld up under the fender well there. And I think some back here in the back too. But it is attached to the car. So that's a big deal. There's the doors. So we're close to getting these parts in there for primer. There's the other fender there. You put that patch panel there on the bottom. Gotta wait for that Bondo to dry and we'll sand it. We'll bring you back in a couple of hours. After y'all have had some nice rest sleep.
Yeah, y'all get some rest for us.
Well, we haven't been videoing all of this exhausting process, but he's got all the fiberglass done and the Bondo over it now. So now it's just working on getting it all sanded and smoothed out. But as you can see, this piece back here is what he was building. So all of that looks good as new. And we're still scraping and sanding over here. Inside the headlight areas there, the paint was flaking off and even the 80 grit wasn't taking it off, so had to get a hold of it again with a razor blade.
Razor blade is the cheapest way to go. Yeah, we know people don't like watching this, so we're
trying to shorten it up for you.
Yeah.
Show you the befores and afters.
See the highlights. But if y'all stick with us and keep subscribing, we'll get you some different content. But for right now, this is what we're working on. So since this is what we're working on, this is what y'all will get to see. Well, alright, we got the quarter put on it, as y'all can see.
Looks like some more parts have fell off of it since I've been over here.
So what we're doing now is we're in the midst of putting the door hinges on it. And getting all that situated so we can paint the car. But she can take you on the other side of her and show you what we discovered when we took the interior out of it. Because we're having to put a floor pan in the back of it. Because it was rotted out. She couldn't see it because the mufflers hadn't hid.
So just one more thing added to the list. So let's see what he found. Oh my gosh.
There's a Miles house, and you can see the receipt where they bought groceries. And here's the receipt where we bought the gas.
They went to Publix.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Or Publix.
Well, the Mouse house.
The idea they went to Publix? Well, the idea the rat could drive a car to go to Publix. That
When did you do all this? You must have done this while I've been in there with a headache.
Yep. You gotta be quicker than that. Progress never sleeps.
Hey, there's more thumbtacks.
Yeah.
That was holding the old headliner in.
That's what stabbed me in the back on the way home. We don't want to see no more of them. Them was a little pain in the back. In more ways than one. But we're going to get this cleaned out. We're going to get the carpet out of it because I put this back floor pan in here. So you don't mess with spring compressors when you're talking and not paying attention.
No, it about came over here at me.
Yeah. They will take you out. But we got to take the windshield out of it because it's not glued in, it's just sitting there. And you can bring them over here and show them what we got to do to this cow.
Yeah, I found something else over here he's got to fix. That was just poorly fixed to begin with. We had the fender off of it and looked into it further. We found that right there. So somebody just bondoed and fiberglassed over the rust, like they did the quarter panel and other parts of the car.
Old quarter panel. It's covered up. I kept the old quarter panel as a souvenir. We're gonna hang it on the wall somewhere.
So now just finish this assembling and then we'll get to cutting out. We'll bring you back when he gets to cutting out the floor pan.
So Daddy and Devin's up here helping.
Yep. Devin is over here. He was working on the Camaro. Devin, say hello to YouTube. And Tommy is over here. He's having to take a break because I had the video for a second. Everybody's just everywhere. So we're gonna get back at it and bring you back in a few minutes. Well, I was only gone for 5 minutes and look what happened. The car fell slap apart. So what'd you do all this for?
Well, we gotta wash and paint this. We gotta put a different cam in the motor. And we got to put new subframe bushings in it. And we got...
Instead of a rear floor pan, we're gonna have to put a whole floor pan in.
Or patch up.
I'm saying replace it because there's several places in there.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
You could call it that.
But the only way you look at it is it'd be a nice car when we get done with it. Still not in it too bad to be hurting, so.
So now we've just got a shell here. So we'll decide whether we're going to replace all of that or not. And still got to figure out if we're going to replace that upper cowl or if he's going to make a panel for it. And go from there.
It goes into the dash. And the replacement panel ain't but $150. So that'll probably be the cheapest way out. So somebody fill it full of Bondo all the way across it. I would like to have 5 minutes alone with the person who did all this.
Would you shake his hand?
I sure would.
Say good job.
But it was done, I mean, it lasted a long time. It was done in the early 2000s, had to be.
Probably before that. Probably the 90s.
Well, yeah, it had to be done in the 90s because we found fenders and more sticker on the thing, so they've been gone since the mid-90s, so yeah. Probably about the mid-90s then. But anyhow, it is what it is. It's all part of the process. Well, all right, y'all, we appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video for those who did. We know everybody didn't. But stay tuned for the rest of the menagerie that goes on with this thing in the next video. And we appreciate the followers that we've got so far, the new subscribers. And we've had some health issues, but maybe we'll get them taken care of and get back on the track of making some videos for y'all. But thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, all the social media platforms, and check the Dixie Customs Extra out for our eBay videos and some stuff she's put on there for that. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit the notification button. every little bit helps. We're trying to get the channel to grow, but on the same time, we're having health issues. So it's just life, but it's coming along. So thanks for watching.